It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? How's it going, YouTube? It's your boy, The Gale, here to bring you another Veve video. Nothing too specific on Veve today. I just wanted to go over my thought process on why I make the videos that I make, just to explain my thought process on it. So, what I do is I cover information that we already know on Veve, Ecomi, and not so much the Omi token yet, but just Veve and Ecomi so far. And my thought process is that I'm coming at this from an investor's perspective. So I want to make sure that I know everything that I need to know to make a decent sized investment. I want to know for myself if I have enough Omi tokens, and if I need to invest in these NFTs, or if it's worth investing in these NFTs. So let me hop on over to my YouTube real quick. Okay, so when you invest in a company, one of the first things you want to know is who is on the team. Where do they come from? What is their background? What skill set do they have? And possibly what connections do they have? So as we know, Mr. Alfred Kahn here, he's a licensing legend pretty much. And David here, he's an avid collector. So I got a few more people to add to this playlist. But you want to know who the team is, so that you know that that your investment is in good hands. So another playlist I have right here is called Brand Awareness. So when you invest in a company or a crypto project, to be specific, you want to know how big can this thing get? Who's already on board and who else potentially can be on board? So these four companies, they've already told us they're on board. So we got Tokidoki, we got Toy Tokyo, we got Capcom, and then we got CBS and Star Trek specifically with CBS. So these are brands and licensings that we already have confirmed by the company itself. So when it comes to our hard-earned money, and when we're looking to invest it, we want to pull out our magnifying glass, and then we want to put on our detective caps, because we want to know what we're getting into. So when we dive deep, we're looking for possible connections, possible people of interest that we can hone in on and find further information to take us into even deeper waters. So when detectives, when they go on to cases, they have leads. Now, sometimes that lead is the only lead they have. So let's say Tokidoki was the only brand that we knew about. So Tokidoki would be our only lead. So we dive deep into Tokidoki, and then in our research, we might find a name that interests us. So we look into that name of a person, Simone Legno. He's the artist of Tokidoki. So let's say we find that person, and then we go to his Instagram, and we see that Simone Legno is following, Marvel Studios or something like that. And then, we take a little dive into Marvel. And then let's say Ecomi announces that Toy Tokyo is the next partnership. So then we dive deep into Toy Tokyo, and we notice that they have a lot of Marvel products. So then we say, oh, Simone Legno follows Marvel, and Toy Tokyo has Marvel licensings. So we put two and two together, and that's a possible connection. So when we dive deep, we might not need Ecomi to announce something before we know about it. A lot of times, deep divers or researchers can find partnerships before the company even announces it, and that's what makes you a top tier investor, because you dove so deep that you were able to make connections before anybody else. So this is why I make videos regarding the partnerships that we already know, so that we could have some foresight into who might be on board, and who might already be on board, and who might possibly come on board in the future. Foresight is important, especially when it comes to investing. Let's see here. Okay, so I just hopped on over here to my vault, so you guys can have some visuals while I talk if you want something to watch. But I want to talk about FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So I want to use XRP as an example because I'm an XRP holder and I have been for a while. But late last year in December or whatever, XRP had a lawsuit filed against them by the SEC, and a lot of people sold their XRP tokens or coins because of that lawsuit. But those of us who did the research and had paid attention to it daily, we knew that XRP was partnered with multiple banks, including Bank of America. They had a partnership with MoneyGram, and et cetera, et cetera. So we were able to hold, and we were able to have conviction that XRP will come out of it all right. When you don't have enough information on your investment, your hands are going to be like paper. It's going to be easy. It's going to be easy to sell, easy to get scared off of your hard-earned money. And then when the coin rises in the end, or when it actually does what you thought it was going to do, you're going to miss out because you were scared off of your investment. So that's another reason why we dive deep. We dive deep so when people challenge us or when people spread fear or doubts, we can say, hey, you don't know what I know, so I'm going to keep holding. You sell if you want to. And that'll just be that. So that's another reason why we do research. So you won't see me talking about possible announcements or anything like that too often. You won't see me speculating on the price of the coin, because as an investor, that doesn't really matter unless you're planning on buying the dip. The price shouldn't really matter. You're just along for the ride because you know what you know, and you're waiting for time to catch up to what you already know. So yeah. So as you can see, the market is still closed for me, and I'm sure it's closed for a lot of other people. So, a lot of people are whining and stuff and crying like, when are you going to open a market for me? Please open a market for me. But people, if you want to be a player in this game, in the Veve game, in the market game, you should be using this time to study the prices. So I showed this in one of my previous videos, but in case you missed it, yeah, you should be studying the prices. So you want to go over here to eBay, type in specifically what you're looking to buy or sell. So I type in Veve first to get specific, and then I type in what I want after that. Then I go to the filter over here at the top corner, and then if you want to see what the prices are selling for, once again, you come back down here to sold items, hit that toggle button. It'll show you how many results, and you'll see that Stay Puft Man is going for around $250 to $300. So when you hit that marketplace, you'll know that I don't want to buy a Stay Puft Man for anything more than about $350, maybe $400, depending on the serial number. If you don't know, the lower the serial number, the higher you can market, because that's going to matter once more people come on board, because that's the only way to distinguish between these NFTs. They're all the same. The only thing that makes them different is the serial number. And people just place value on the lower serial number. That's just how it is. So you can mark it up a little higher because of the lower serial number. So that's what we should be doing. We should be sharpening our sword, aka our brains, and being ready for whatever comes next. So that's my thought process. While there's not that much to do because the marketplace is closed and they don't have games out yet or nothing, we need to be sharpening our sword and learning what we can, building the foundation of knowledge so that we can take advantage when the time comes. When you don't know what you don't know, it's easy to make mistakes, make bad trades, make bad sells or buys, and that can be prevented if you have knowledge on your craft. So yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about, what my channel was about, why I make the videos I make, and yeah, hopefully the marketplace opens up today for a lot of us, and hopefully that announcement is as big as we think it's going to be. I'm sure plenty of people might not live up to your hopes, but hopefully it will. So with that being said, I'm not a financial advisor, just a guy with a lot of opinions, and I'm very bullish on Veve, Ecomi, and Omi. Until next time, peace out.